Hello there. My name is Murray. I'm with my co-host Corey, and we are The Real Guys. This is Siren Radio, and this is The Real Show with two E's. The music you just heard was Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas by Frank Sinatra from Meet Me in St. Louis from 1944. How was that year, Corey?
Oh, it's fantastic. Really good hot dogs in that year.
Really? Good hot dogs for that year. Wow,
Yeah.
1944.
Really good hot dogs for you.
Famous for the hot dogs. We've got a packed show for you today for our special broadcast. As always, I'm accompanied by my co-host Corey. How are you doing today, Corey?
I'm doing very festive.
Very festive.
Today.
You're in a festive mood today, Corey.
Very festive and very full.
Because it's the holiday season for whatever you celebrate, and we celebrate Christmas. So today we'll be bringing you a host of Christmassy segments from our own show. There's tons of films out there, probably more than 1,000 Christmas films. So it's been very hard to do. So it's a Christmassy mood. Are you in a Christmassy mood today?
I'm in a very Christmassy mood today.
Good. Then let's kick things off straight away without any further ado with a Christmassy edition of Good Film Bad Review. I'm a poet and I don't know it, Corey.
Oh, very good. Very good.
That was a long-winded rhyme. I've said a Christmas poem for ye.
You're just like Edgar Allan Poe, you are.
I know I am. I'm straight out.
That's the first poet that came to my mind.
Yeah. I was going to think of Shakespeare, but that's the obvious one, isn't it?
Yeah, I was thinking Shakespeare as well, but I thought, you know what, Edgar Allan Poe is more edgy.
Yeah, exactly. So, once again, I've trawled the depths of the film review site Letterboxd to bring you only the best of the worst. But for this Christmas edition, in the spirit of Christmas positivity, one of these reviews will in fact be a 5-star review. Maybe not for a good film, but then it would turn into good review, bad film, wouldn't it?
Yes.
Also, because of the amount of Christmas films out there, there's bloody hundreds. We've decided to give Corey a little bit of an advantage here at The Real Show. So we've given him an A, B, or C answer. So you can pick from A, B, or C which film you think it is. Because I don't expect you to just think of one and say it, because there's thousands of Christmas films. It'd be too hard, Corey.
It's just like The Chase.
Yeah, it is.
That's what it is. It's The Chase.
How did you spin this to The Chase? They have a Christmas episode out, don't they?
We do actually. I watched it yesterday.
Nice. They have Christmas editions.
Very good.
So you can play along at home and try to guess which of these Christmas films earned this bad review. Are you ready to get started, Corey?
I'm as ready as ever.
Good. You're ready and roaring to go with a good Christmas spirit. Let's have some good Christmas spirit here. So, first off, we have a 0.5-star review.
Okay.
I'll read this verbatim. Are you ready?
Go for it.
They spent their whole budget on the castle, then bought like 100 yards of fairy lights and set decor and called it a day lol. Not to mention, man's literally looks like a capybara.
Okay.
Man's literally looks like a capybara. Right, would you like your A, B, and C?
Yes, please.
Is this review for A, A Christmas Prince, B, A Night Before Christmas? That's night like knight in shining armor. Or C, The Christmas Chronicles?
Oh God. Okay. Well.
Do you want to hear the review again?
Yeah, go on.
They spent their whole budget on the castle, then bought like 100 yards of fairy lights for set decor and called it a day lol. Not to mention, man's literally looks like a capybara.
Okay, so the only one I think I've heard of is The Christmas Chronicles.
Right.
Can I ask, are all these films real or are some of these made up?
No, they're all real. All the films in the options are real.
I've heard of The Christmas Chronicles. However, I can't tell you what it is.
It's the one with Kurt Russell as Santa Claus, isn't it?
Oh, wait, is that the one that came out a couple of years ago?
Yeah, it did. There's a sequel recently.
Okay, then yes, I have seen it, and I don't remember a castle being in it.
Right, okay. Well, you can knock that one out.
I did not realise it was that one. Okay, so...
I've just helped you there. Damn.
Yeah, a little bit, actually. To be fair, I wasn't going to go for it anyway, because it doesn't sound like a castle. Prince would make sense.
Yeah.
So would knight.
Princes and knights do live in castles.
Exactly. However, a prince is more likely to be in a castle. A knight could be off. He could be doing whatever. He could be fighting. A prince, however, will live in a castle.
But a knight could also have a castle, and a knight could also look like a capybara. What is
I forgot about the capybara.
Are they
They're
like
the big... like I believe they're almost guinea pig looking sort of things.
They're like the world. I think they're like the world's largest rodent, aren't they?
Yeah, but it's basically just massive like guinea pig looking things.
They're massive. Yeah, they live in like I don't know Brazil or something, don't they? South America. South America, they live in.
Saying that, I do like the name Christmas Night. Very good.
A night. Yeah, it's a good point, isn't it? A night before
Whoever
Christmas.
chose it, very, very good.
It's like a K night, like a knight in shining armor before Christmas. And a knight would live in a castle, but so would a prince. So
Would yeah. But why would a prince wouldn't probably leave the castle, so he wouldn't face a capybara? I'm going night before Christmas, please.
you're going a night before Christmas.
Yes, please. I'm locking
Is
it
that
in.
your final answer? Your final answer.
I'm locking it in.
And you're incorrect.
Damn it.
It was a Christmas prince.
Okay.
It was a Christmas prince. Man's literally looks like a capybara. I've actually seen a Christmas prince.
I was about to ask, have you seen any of these?
I've seen a Christmas prince. I've seen the Christmas Chronicles. I've not seen option B. I've not seen A Night Before Christmas. I've seen a Christmas prince though.
Can you comment on the capybara?
I don't think he looks like a capybara. He's a bit stilted sometimes, the guy that plays the prince, but I don't think he looks like a capybara. Right. He looks a bit like Prince William. I think that's why they've cast him.
All right.
Anyway, moving on to Good Film Bad Review 2. This is a 1-star review. Are you ready?
Okay.
This might be a little bit easier for you. It's like they wrote the script for this using a Mad Lib created from the first. Instead of verbs, nouns, and adjectives, it was settings for slapstick jokes to occur and bit characters, etc. My 5 and 3-year-old loved it though, which I guess is about the target audience.
Okay.
Would you like the options?
Yes, please.
Your options are A, Home Alone, B, Home Alone 2 Lost in New York, or C, Home Alone 3.
Great. Okay. Okay. Could you read the review again, please?
Of course I can. It's like they wrote the script for this using a Mad Lib created from the first. Only instead of verbs, nouns, and adjectives, it was settings for slapstick jokes to occur and bit characters, etc. My 5 and 3-year-old loved it though, which I guess is about the target audience.
Okay. So
you've got Home Alones here, 3 Home Alones.
It's not the first one.
No, obviously.
Because they used the script from the first one. Well, but according to the review, doing it. So that leads to the second and the third one. Now, I've not seen the third one, but I know the third one hasn't got the main character, and it's someone else. It's completely
no, it's
different.
not Macaulay Culkin. It's not Kevin McAllister.
No. However, I would assume that all the reviews for Home Alone 3 are 1 stars.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
Because I don't think it's very good. From what I've heard, not very good.
Right. Okay.
So it wouldn't be a good film bad review. It would just be bad film and its reviews.
Right. Yeah. Bad film, bad review.
So I'm gonna go for Home Alone 2.
Lost in New York. Home Alone 2.
That's the one.
And are you locking it in?
I'm gonna press the button.
Right, locking it in, and you're correct. Well done.
Yes.
Well done. You are correct. It is Home Alone 2 Lost in New York. Not a bad one, actually. I thought it was okay.
Do you prefer the second or the first one?
Oh, the first one, obviously.
Yes, so do I.
The second one is like a good, you know. If it was
it's good.
If I had a selection of Christmas films and the original Home Alone wasn't there and Home Alone 2 was, I think I might pick Home Alone 2.
Yeah.
Right. So we're going to move on now. This is your 5-star review, all right?
Okay. This is a
film that's received generally negative press, but we've given it a 5-star review in the spirit of Christmas positivity, Corey.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Yet again, not one elf notary in this franchise here to legally confirm any of these clauses. These people, elves, just rely on magic to keep order, and I respect that honestly. Also, this film seems to confirm that Santa Claus lives in an endless loop via a time anomaly that feeds an endless supply of Jack Frosts to fall off Tim Allen's roof every 12 years.
Okay. I'm fairly confident I have an idea of what it is.
Right.
Could you read out the my options, please? Just to confirm.
A, the Santa Claus. B, the Santa Claus 2, or C, the Santa Claus 3, the Escape Clause?
Yeah, I know which one it is.
Right, okay, go on then.
I'm pretty sure it's because it mentions Jack Frost.
Right, yes.
And I could be wrong, but I'm
Wasn't he
fairly
in
certain
the second one?
Jack Frost. I don't know if it's the second or third.
Uh,
I can picture a poster where it's Tim Allen's face on one side, Jack Frost is on the other side.
right, okay.
In my head, is it second or third? It's one of them.
It is 50-50.
Okay. Well, yeah. Okay. It's not the first. We've established it's not the first one.
No, it's not the Santa Claus. It's Santa Claus 2 or Santa Claus 3, the Escape Clause.
The escape clause.
Mm-hmm.
Escape clause. What does he escape from?
Do you want to hear the review again?
Yes, please.
Right, this might help me narrow it down if you listen. Yet again, not one elf notary in this franchise here to legally confirm any of these clauses. These people, elves is in brackets, just rely on magic to keep order, and I respect that honestly. Also, this film seems to confirm that Santa Claus lives in endless loop via a time anomaly that feeds an endless supply of Jack Frosts to fall off of Tim Allen's roof every 12 years.
Okay.
Every 12 years? That's very specific amount of time.
Right. Okay. I'm fairly certain that Jack Frost is at least in the third one because that is the one with the poster with it both on each side.
Right. Okay.
So, because I know he's in the third one and I don't know if he's in the second one, I'm gonna go for Santa Claus 3.
The Escape Clause. You're going with that? Locking it in?
Yes.
And you are correct.
Yes.
Well done. That's easy one. That one. Now, this is your final review. Are you ready?
Yes.
Right. This is a half a star review.
Okay.
Now we've gone from the Christmas positivity, great, back to all the way down to the least review you can get. Half a star. Are you ready?
Go for it.
Now this one is quite funny because it references the film we've just talked about.
Oh, okay.
I decided that after the last disaster, Santa Claus 3, to knock this one out of the way next. I can safely wish to never watch this movie ever again. It's a disaster and one of the most shallow, cliche, and boring is in all caps, boring movies, and then movies is in air quotes, I've ever seen. I rarely get this angry. It's just this movie has no right to exist.
Okay.
I'll read it again for you because I did stumble there slightly. It's a lot of text. I decided that after the last disaster, Santa Claus 3, to knock this one out of the way next. I can safely wish to never watch this movie ever again. It's a disaster and one of the most shallow, cliche, and boring movies I've ever seen. I rarely get this angry. It's just this movie has no right to exist.
Okay.
Would you like to hear your options?
Yes, please.
Is it A, How the Grinch Stole Christmas, B, The Grinch, or C, Krampus?
Okay, so How the Grinch Stole Christmas is the Jim Carrey one, right?
Jim Carrey, yes.
And then the Grinch is Cumberbatch.
Yeah, it's Bumblebee Dumbledore, yeah.
Right. And then Krampus.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is it Jim Carrey or is it Bulbasaur Camouflage?
Okay. Yeah, is it okay.
Or is it Krampus? Or is it Krampus, which doesn't have Wimbledon tennis match in it?
You see, Jim Carrey's one is classic, right? So that would be a good film that I could see getting bad reviews.
Right, yes, because it's quite.
My issue is, I don't know if the Cumberbatch one got that high reviews anyway. I don't think it did.
The one with Beneficial Cucumber Patch?
Yeah, that one.
Right, okay.
And I don't think Krampus reviewed that well either.
Right. Krampus was like that horror, wasn't it? With Krampus, the evil Santa.
Yeah, basically. Who stole Christmas again.
Right. Well, How the Grinch Stole Christmas. Jim Carrey's How the Grinch Stole Christmas. It's everyone sort of in sort of prosthetic makeup and dancing around, and I could see why it could get a half-star review. Then again, the animated Grinch with
Yes.
Bumble Plunder Cumberdunder is it's done by Illumination, who are quite a hated studio.
Yeah, true.
Because they did the Minions and Despicable Me and all that sort of thing,
Yeah.
Sing and all those sort of weird films, you know. So it depends. Are you going to go Jim Carrey, Krampus, or the one with that guy?
Right, I'm going to use my logic, same logic I used for Home Alone, and say that Krampus, I haven't seen it, but I don't think it was that good. And the Cumberbottom Grinch wasn't that good.
The
So
open mouth down the hatch.
I'm going to say it's the Jim Carrey Grinch, please.
Right, you're going to go with A, How the Grinch Stole Christmas.
I am indeed.
Okay. And you are incorrect.
Which one is it?
It is The Grinch 2018.
I thought it was bad anyway.
It's the animated Grinch. Yeah, well, it is. Yeah, it is bad. It's got half a star review. It is, I suppose, bad film, bad review. I just thought I needed to go with one that was kind of like,
yeah, fair.
you know. Well, I think critically, I think in terms of like numbers, it did all right.
Yeah, I guess.
But in terms of reception, maybe not so much. But oh well.
Nah, you're not going to pick it over the Jim Carrey one, are you?
I suppose it's turned into any film bad review now.
Well, yeah.
Not so much good film bad review. It's turned into any film bad review. It's turned into any film Murray is up for bad review.
Yeah, exactly.
We assume next time we will do good film bad review, there will be some good films in there.
Better be.
Well, no, Home Alone 2 wasn't bad.
Home Alone's good.
Christmas Prince is passable. I have seen it. It is passable. You can get through it without being, drunk or whatever.
Great.
Actually, no. No. I only watched
it's a good film, isn't it?
I only watched it because Rose McIver was in it. And she was in a show that I liked called iZombie, if you've heard of it.
I have, actually, yes.
Yeah, she plays the character of iZombie in that. And
okay.
She's good in The Christmas Prince. It's weird because her character in The Christmas Prince has the same last name as her character in iZombie. So it's like a twin sister who isn't a zombie. So
yeah.
Anyway, moving on from that, we have a much requested segment we're coming on to now. As tradition on this show, we often like the question, who would win in a fight, don't we, Corey?
Indeed, we do.
And so often, Christmas is all about tradition. The Christmas tree,
yes.
The Christmas turkey, the cheese and the crackers, the lights, the songs and the racist uncle at the dinner table. We've got all these great traditions. So we're not going to break tradition today, Corey. There's nothing better than a good old-fashioned Christmas film, right?
Indeed.
Now, there's a lot to talk about, as you've heard, listener, but we've managed to whittle it down to 6 famous Christmas film characters and place them in the patented Real Show basketball court.
Good old basketball court.
The Real Show basketball court for a battle of strength, speed and skills, or in this case, chivalry, chicanery and Christmasery. It's time for Movie Versus The Christmas Cracker. Great.
Woo.
Movie Versus. Way. Thank you for the applause. So, here's the rules, folks. We've got 6 Christmas combatants ready to duke it out in the patented Real Show basketball court. Now, to explain to perhaps someone who's listening for the first time, the Real Show basketball court is the setting, is the stage for this fight of the ages. All right?
Exactly. It's the gladiatorial arena.
Yes, it's even ground. No one's got the high ground. No one's got the low ground. There's no cover. You're in the open. Also, you're allowed no help. No one can help you. No weapons. Or maybe are we going for no weapons with this one?
Yeah, no. No weapons, but you can use the environment around you.
Yeah, use the environment. What, the basketball poles and
yes, and the benches.
nets. You can dunk. So, are you ready to meet our combatants?
Go on, I'll let you do this one. Go on.
Right, you're ready. Should I put on my best Michael Buffer voice?
Yeah, go on. Tell them who we got.
Right, okay. From the North Pole, it's the man in red, Father Christmas, King Frost, St. Nicholas, Kris Kringle, Papa Noel, Captain Red Hat Sleighing Presents, Nice Old Father, Babbo Natale, or in Japan, Santa Karushu, which I think means man with the eyes in the back of his head. It's Richard Attenborough as Santa Claus on Miracle in 34th Street in 1994.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll
Come on,
be the
Richard
audience
Attenborough,
when you
Santa
do this.
Claus.
It's fine.
I know it's okay. Richard Attenborough Santa Claus is a holiday staple. Rest
Yeah,
in
it is.
peace, my friend. Next, coming from just outside the town of Whoville, we've got the lean green fighting machine. It's the Grinch.
Boo.
Boo from Jim
Boo.
Carrey. It's Jim Carrey's Grinch from How the Grinch Stole Christmas.
Yes, it's Jim Carrey's Grinch.
Jim Carrey's Grinch with all his weird arm movements and his facial expressions.
Yeah.
His sort of rubber green latex mask sort of moving around. And not the actual mask
Exactly.
from the mask.
Yeah.
Smoking. Somebody stop me, you know.
I love that film. It's great.
Yeah. Now coming all the way from Nakatomi Plaza in Los Angeles, it's John McClane. Bruce Willis himself.
I mean, it is a Christmas film, isn't it?
From Die Hard, yeah. Whatever Bruce Willis says, Die Hard is a Christmas film.
It is a Christmas film.
It's at Christmas. It's got Christmas songs in it. It's a Christmas film. 1988.
He's trying to get back home for Christmas. It is a Christmas film.
He is, yeah. Next up, making their way onto the basketball court, it's 60 centimetres of pure amphibian power, dressed in old-timey jacket and hat, and straight from Muppets Christmas Carol, it's Kermit the Frog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you do it? I can't do a Kermit voice. I was going to try and do a Kermit voice.
I can try a Kermit voice.
Go on.
Hi ho, Kermit the Frog here. Hello everyone.
That's good enough.
I'm going to mess you up on the basketball court. Yeah. Next, we've got a member of the Mogwai species and the cutest big-eared baby since Baby Yoda. It's Gizmo the Gremlin. Way.
Fan favorite, right?
Fan favorite. Yeah, everyone loves a bit of Gizmo.
God.
But don't get him wet past 11 o'clock. Is that the rule?
No, it's don't get them wet because they multiply. Don't feed them after midnight because they turn into gremlins, and don't put them in sunlight because they explode.
Right. Okay. The last combatants coming out of Illinois and sometimes New York. You better get your crowbars up and watch out for your sinks because it's the men of the hour, the men with the power. Too sweet to be sour. It's Harry Lime and Marvin Merchants. Harry and Marv, the Wet Bandits from Home Alone.
It's the Wet Bandits.
Let's get ready to rumble. Sorry, I had to do that.
Yeah, I'm so glad you did that because I was going to do that.
Thank you. You can do yours.
Because every time I always get a Space Jam in my head.
Yeah.
That's what I think of.
Because Michael Buffer's in that film, isn't he?
Yeah, that's what happens. They come out, Space Jam come out, and then it's that song. And then they all walk out, and there's Michael Jordan among all these weird cartoon people.
Yeah. So it's time to do a fight. It's time to do the Christmas cracker. So we've got 6. Actually, we've got 7.
Yes, we have got a tag team.
Yes, we have. We've got a tag team indeed. So who's striking the big blows in this fight? Who's coming in with the big hits? Now, John McClane hasn't got a gun. First off.
Yes, he has not. It's hand-to-hand combat.
Yeah, he's not got an Uzi. He's not got a gun. He can't just shoot Gizmo. or shoot Santa or shoot the Grinch or whatever. He's got to fight him. He's got to get in with the knuckles. He's got to use his. Actually, he's pretty good in hand to hand.
He is actually, yeah.
He's pretty good in hand to hand as well. So I think he might get the first kill at this match.
I mean, he's staying for the long haul, isn't he?
He is. Actually, you know what? They might be the joke combatants, but Harry and Marv are doing the same.
Yeah.
Because Harry and Marv have incredible tolerance for being beaten.
Well, here's my other thing. In my head, right, how I see it is, you know how like a basketball court, right? Obviously, you've got the court, and then you have the benches, right? That's where the fans sit.
Right.
In my head, as soon as this starts, they just hide.
Not right. They're hiding, are they? They're
not even involved.
The coward's way out. They're hiding behind the bench.
They're trying to be smart. We're trying to come up with a plan, and they're just hiding.
Right. Well, in Home Alone, Harry and Marv are they're hit with paint cans. They're hit with they're tripped over. They're falling downstairs. They're getting hit with they're getting flamethrowered. They're getting their hands burned. In the sequel, Marv gets, I think it's Marv. Marv gets hit with 5 bricks to the head from like a 40-foot building.
Yeah.
And he's absolutely fine. They crash into sides of buildings. Marv gets electrocuted and falls downstairs and puts his gets blown up or something. Puts his head in no, it's Harry. Sorry, Harry puts his head into a toilet filled with petrol and then gets blown up. Home Alone 2 is brutal, and
yeah, it is.
And Harry and Marv make it out alive. They aren't killed, which is amazing. So I think they'll probably survive any sort of attack. Purely because they're just these sort of these inhuman figures who can survive being beaten by just every object under the sun. So, still, I think someone's got to go down first. And I'm sorry, I'm looking at Gizmo and I'm thinking, it's daylight.
You see, no. Okay, you see, one thing first. Right, we need to establish this. Does the basketball court have a roof? Is it windowed roof?
Oh,
or
it's probably. Oh no, it probably does have a roof. It's probably fine. It's probably not night. It's probably nighttime or something like that.
I'm gonna put my finger in, or any other phrase.
Careful.
And I'm gonna say Gizmo. It's fine. I'm gonna say Gizmo will survive a little bit longer. I've got
Well,
plans for him.
Someone's got to bite it first. I'm afraid.
Someone's got to go first.
And the Grinch is. What has the Grinch got? What's the skills does the Grinch have in terms of? He's not got He's not got his Santa outfit. He's not got a sack of presents or anything. Neither is Santa. These are sort of old characters. They're gonna have to. One of them has to, take it first. Who's it going to be?
Okay, well, we've established first one going, not McClane.
Not McClane, no. McClane can fight pretty good. You're defending Gizmo, which I applaud. Yeah. You're defending Gizmo. Gizmo's going to stay.
Basically, it's coming down to Santa, the Grinch, or Kermit. That's going to go first.
Well, I'm going to fight for Kermit, right?
Okay.
Kermit the Frog. He's wily. He's thin. He can sort of duck around. He can duck about. He's got a tough. He can bite people. He's got he can hit you with his arm flail attack. Where he goes yay and he flips his arms everywhere. That's deadly. So,
man, I wonder how this one's going to end.
So I think.
Okay, so it's Grinch or Santa.
Kermit is not going down. No way is Kermit going down first.
Okay, Grinch or Santa. Which one's going down?
You know what? Richard Attenborough, I think when it's down to the wire, he is going to be lethal.
Okay.
Now, he's not got any magic. Right, okay. Is magical or magic powers allowed in this? Because Gizmo's technically got magic powers.
I was going to say.
As has Santa. If the Grinch spits on Gizmo, does that technically mean he's going to multiply into gremlins?
No, but we'll get back to that.
Right, okay.
Okay, yes. Okay, he can have... Yeah, why not? Why not?
Gizmo's abilities are tied to him being a gremlin or a mogwai.
Yeah, exactly. They're not magical, they're just as him. That is his.
So Richard Attenborough Santa in Miracle 34th Street does have magic.
Sure.
So can he use his magic to teleport behind the Grinch and knock him down or something?
That seems all right.
All right, you're allowing magic in this now.
Yeah, well, I mean, someone's got to go first, and I can't. To be fair, I think.
Well, I think it's probably going to be Grinch and then Santa.
Okay. So Grinch goes first.
Grinch goes first. Santa jumps up. Santa jumps behind, uses his magic and teleports behind him, and does I don't know, a pedigree or something. And
Santa takes back Christmas.
Takes back Christmas. He beats him, takes him down, gives him a tombstone pile driver, and takes down the Grinch. And I think Santa's going to be ganged upon next. I'm afraid.
Yeah.
He's going to be like, oh, everyone, oh, it's me, Santa, and John McClane's just going to beat him to death. Sorry, Richard Attenborough, I love you, but you're not going to last very long in this fight. It's John McClane and John McClane. I was going to say John McClane and the Wet Bandits team up on him or something.
Yeah.
The Wet Bandits come out and they say, "Oh, let's attack Senna," and they beat him down and they take him out. Now we've got it's the last four whittled it down.
Yes.
I said last five because Harry and Marv are a team.
Yes.
But then I think Harry and Marv, are they going to keep hiding or are they going to actually enter the fight now?
Okay, you see, this is what I'm thinking, right? Obviously, for the Wet Bandits, right?
Yeah.
Now, why are they called the Wet Bandits?
Because they put the sinks on and they overflow the houses.
Exactly. Right.
So they're going to get Gizmo wet because they're the Wet Bandits.
I don't know. I'm getting to this. I don't know if you had this right, but our like basketball court in school had like a water fountain. Like
they're going to use the water fountain. They're going to turn the water fountain on.
But what they're going to do is like they're going to employ the tactic they've tried throughout the whole film. They're turning the taps on in the basketball court. They're putting the duck in it.
Yeah.
Remember that? So the water fountain's going, right? And it's slowly filling up.
Right, it's filling up the basketball court.
Right, now obviously, like he mentioned, Gizmo gets wet. However, that only makes him multiply. So they're not gremlins, it's just more like Mogwai.
More gizmos.
Now, the thing is, obviously, John McClane, right? You can probably hold him off.
Yeah, he can probably drown the gizmos.
Yeah, exactly.
You can just punch them and kick them and punt them, and you know.
Well, this is the thing. This is where it gets tough because obviously, right? John McClane, cool. You're fighting for Kermit still.
Well, no, fine. Actually, I might not fight for Kermit now because the fact that the basketball court is slowly filling with water. Well, no, Kermit's a frog. It'll be fine.
Exactly. He can swim.
Yeah, Kermit's a frog. You know what? I'm backing Kermit. I'm back on Team Kermit. Kermit's a frog. He can swim. It'll be fine in the water. It's Harry and Marv and John McClane. It's the people. It's the humans. I think
it's the humans stuck.
Is John McClane going to like drown Harry and Marv in the water?
Well, it depends because this is the thing, right? So it's very slowly filling up. So at some point, if nothing happens, the Wet Bandits and John are drowning.
Yes.
It's who we think has the better survival instinct currently.
Right. John McClane survives through Nakatomi Plaza. He kills like 11, like 10 terrorists or something, doesn't he? He like shoots them. He beats them up. He kills them with cords and wires and stuff. He strangles that guy, and with like a rope. So he's got incredible. He's got a tolerance to pain. There's like glass in his feet and stuff. And he's running around. He's being shot at and stuff like that. He's cool under pressure as well. And I think Harry and Marv might crack under the pressure.
Probably.
Do you think? John McClane is cool under pressure. He's a cop.
Yeah.
So he's cool under pressure. He's calm. He's going to be calm and collected in there. He's going to know exactly what to do. I think he's going to get the better of Harry and Marv, even though Harry and Marv are they've got incredible tolerance for pain. They've got incredible tolerance. But I think John McClane might just beat them out. It might be by a sort of a thin margin. But in terms of fighting, John McClane's got him beat.
Yeah, 100%.
Harry and Marv haven't got the skills to take him down. You know, he's like Joe Pesci and that other guy. He's got They've not got the skills to defend against John McClane when John McClane comes at them. Yeah. So I think John McClane is going to have to take this. He's going to have to, he's going to drown Harry and Marv in the water. He's going to, I don't know, beat him to death or something.
So Harry and Marv has gone.
Right. It's now a three-way between Gizmo, John McClane, and Kermit the Frog.
Yes.
Right.
This is where it's going to get interesting.
Wait, no. If Gizmo's in water, always in water, he's going to always keep multiplying.
He's always multiplying, yeah.
So there's technically no way to get rid of Gizmo.
The only way to stop them would be sunlight.
Right. But there's no weapon. There's no, like, unless John McClane can climb the basketball, like, hoop. John McClane can climb the basketball hoop.
Somehow get a hole in the roof.
I don't know, maybe. All I'm thinking is Kermit's going to be fine. He's a frog. He can swim.
Yeah.
Kermit's going to be all right in that water. John McClane might drown, and then we're looking at Kermit and Gizmo. But right, okay. These aren't gremlins. Like these aren't the Frank
No.
Welker voiced, green skinned spiky gremlins.
No.
These are just other gizmos, right?
Yeah, but there's Mogwais. So they've not turned yet, so they've not been fed food.
No, they've not been fed food. So they're just but also if there's more water, it's just going to infinitely keep multiplying. Because the other gizmos will be touching water. Bear in mind.
Okay, what about this, right? This is what happens.
Is there a limit to how many gizmos there can be? Or is it like infinite?
I don't think so.
Right.
This is what happens, right? In the midst of everything, okay, it's like, let's say it's filled up halfway.
Right.
So
can I ask you this? Can I ask you this, though?
Stand up.
Before you continue, can I ask you this? If John McClane manages, right, if Gizmo dies, does that kill all of his other gizmos?
Yes.
Right. So if John McClane can get to the source gizmo, can get to the original gizmo and get rid of him, all the others will go.
Yeah.
Right. Anyway, that's just my point. Carry on.
Okay. So this is what's going to happen, right?
Yeah.
John McClane is trying to do his thing, right? He's trying to take him down, but he can't stand in the water, right? He has to swim.
Yeah.
Can't stand up. Meanwhile, Kermit can swim. However, Kermit's being smart. He's kind of like climbed a rafter, right? So he's not in the water. He's not part of this at all.
Mm.
He's sitting on the rafter. He's singing his songs.
He's singing. It's not easy being green.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Meanwhile, these two are fighting, right? Now,
I can just imagine.
Kermit spots them.
Yeah.
Right. But he waits for it. Now the water fills up, right?
Yeah, it's filling up.
I think it's safe to say at some point, John McClane is just gonna. He's gonna no stamina. He's gonna run out of energy, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, and you can chip in if you want, but I'll pitch this.
Okay, pitch away.
Right. This is my thinking. John McClane gets up to the roof.
Yep.
And then tries
on the roof
to. Yeah, as in like the water's rising, so he's at the top.
Oh, he's at the top. Yeah. It's filled the basketball court.
Yes, and he's trying to like do something at this point as well, because there's loads of them. He's just going to get swarmed.
He's going to get swarmed. Wait, are they hostile?
They're not gremlins, but they're going for him.
Oh, so what? John McClane drowns in a sea of gizmos.
Yes.
He's trying to fight them off. He's trying to like kick them away, but like they keep coming for him.
There's too many of them.
They're just swarming him. It's just a swarm of gizmos.
Yeah.
And John McClane can't do it. He's like trying to fight. He's like trying to punch them away. He's trying to kick them, but they're coming at him. They're climbing up his legs and stuff. It's horrible. It must be horrible. It's like a horror movie.
Exactly. Now Kermit spotted something, right? He's found a way to basically, right? Because I know, obviously, we're thinking who we think's going to win. This is my thing. So John McClane's drowning, right?
John, what in gizmos or in water? Water, right? Okay, not gizmos.
And as he's trying to kick to survive, he hits the roof.
Yeah.
And then creates this like really kind of small opening.
Right. Okay.
John McClane then drowns. He's done.
Right.
He's
in
out.
Gizmos or in water?
Water,
and also gizmos.
Yes, he's sinking, right?
Right.
But because there's the gap,
at
the top, Kermit can swim.
Kermit can swim
to the gap.
Yeah.
And he can open it up.
But can he get past the army of? There must be thousands of gizmos by now.
He can because he's on rafters, so he can just quickly,
Oh yeah, he's got frog-like agility. He can jump.
Exactly.
He can use his frog jump. Long arms, long legs.
Right, and then he does that weird, the thing you mentioned before, where he flares his arms up and whatever.
Flares his arms and goes, "Yay!"
Yeah.
He does that.
Making the hole, but John McClane kicks bigger.
Yeah.
Now here's the thing: because there's a hole, it's nice and sunny outside, right?
Yep.
It creates this like circle of sun around him,
Oh yeah, the light. Yeah.
and because he's got sun around him,
Protects
Gizmos
him.
can't touch him.
No. So the
They
gizmos are
cannot
going to
touch him.
start disappearing when they get near him.
Exactly. It's like have you seen? It's to bring it into a really bad film here. As it's not a bad film, I love this film. Have you seen the? I think it's the first Scooby Doo movie, the live action one.
I think so.
It's like that.
Oh right, okay.
Because that happens. They open the blinds and this weird like purple creature just explodes. It's great.
I can't even remember what you're talking about, but I've got a vague recollection of something like that.
Watch the first Scooby Doo film. You know exactly what I'm on about.
Oh god, I don't think I want to, but okay.
It's a good film.
Right. Still, Kermit
But
is now
Kermit,
protected by this halo of
by
light,
sun. Exactly.
and
He
it's
can't be
protecting him
touched.
from the gizmos.
Yes, he cannot be touched.
It can't be touched by the gizmos. So how many gizmos are there now? Because the basketball court is filled with water.
There'll be loads. There'll
There's
literally be
probably
loads.
millions and millions of gizmos against one
Yeah.
Kermit the Frog. But Kermit the Frog has an advantage. Right, can gizmos drown?
That's a good question, actually. I don't think that's ever been established.
Are the gizmos drowning in there? Are there
Should
loads
we
of dead
make it?
gizmos?
Should we make a real show canon that gizmos can drown?
I think gizmos can drown. I think they
Well,
do
if we're
breathe.
saying,
Well, if
if
they
we're
eat, right,
saying
okay.
that,
If they eat, then they breathe, right?
yeah,
So if they can eat things, then they can breathe things.
okay,
So that means they can drown.
okay.
So
Which therefore means Kermit would win because they can't leave the basketball court
Kermit
because
can.
they'd die.
Kermit can swim.
Yeah. So if the gizmos try to leave, they explode. Whereas Kermit, he can swim, he can go outside, he can do whatever he wants.
Yeah, he can run around. He's a frogman. He can like jump and run and stuff. He can be fine. He can just escape.
Exactly.
And all the Mogwais are either going to die when they leave, or they're going to drown.
Yeah.
So I think that's pretty much it.
So Kermit, I think, has
Kermit
won.
the Frog from A Muppet's Christmas Carol has successfully defeated the forces of the infinite army of gizmos and John McClane and the Wet Bandits and Jim Carrey's Grinch and Richard Attenborough's Santa Claus.
Yeah.
Has all been defeated by Kermit the Frog, frog power.
Exactly. Oh, green machine, man.
Yeah, you know, it's pure amphibian power with Kermit the Frog. You know what? I was with him all the way, and I'm happy about that.
I wanted him to win, and I thought realistically, right? I was like, okay, well, Gizmo might win because there'd be infinite of them.
Yeah,
And I was like, wait a minute, though. I was like, you know what? We can figure out a way for Gizmo to end up like getting rid of everyone because they drown, and then just Kermit to end it.
Yeah.
I was also thinking you could have just had like an electric roof, where the roof opens up.
Electric roof was Jurassic Park.
Well, no, like football stadiums have them, but it just opens up.
John McClane. John McClane punches a hole in the roof, and Kermit gets to the hole and pushes the hole open.
It could have been Jurassic Park.
Yeah,
you know, Richard Attenborough's there.
Richard Attenborough is there. It could have been Jurassic Park. So, well, we've crowned our champion. Kermit the Frog is champion of the Christmas Cracker.
Joining the leagues.
Joining the likes of Ben Affleck Batman.
Good old... Yeah, that's the one.
George Lazenby James Bond.
I mean, what a matchup that's going to be.
I know that's going to be a triple threat to remember. How many movie verses should we have if we have the champion match?
That's a good question.
I don't know. We'll find out someday, eh?
Yeah.
Still, folks,
I can't wait for it.
We've crowned our Christmas Cracker champion, Kermit the Frog, but it's time to move on to the weekly rec.
Mm.
A favourite of mine, actually. I love a good weekly rec. I love a nice real rating. Oh, it gets the nipples twisty. So it really Christmases my cracker, you know. It really puts the stuffing in the bird. Horrible lines, to be honest. Ashamed, frankly, I am.
Got any
No.
more, or do you want to?
No, I'm out now. It really puts pigs in my blankets. You know.
Okay.
I don't know. What do you eat? What do you eat on Christmas? Some people have like beef Wellington and stuff. You know.
Yorkshire pudding.
Yorkshire pudding.
Right.
It really Yorkshire's my pudding.
Okay.
So what is is it a Christmas themed weekly rec?
Kind of. It's not a Christmas film, but it is playing later today when this
Is it?
airs. Yes.
Okay. So what is your?
So I was having a peruse
Right. Yes.
through the TV guide,
Right.
right, to see what's on.
Mhm.
And today's 26th, Boxing Day.
Okay. Yeah.
Thought I'd have a look. Thought I'd recommend something that the viewers at home can, flick on the TV an hour later or something, and they can watch a film.
Good thinking. Good thinking.
So I was looking at Boxing Day and I thought, okay, what's on? I got Madagascar 2, weirdly. You got Grease.
Yeah.
You got Brave.
Okay.
And bearing in mind, the TV guide rates every film.
Yes.
It gives it its own rating out of 5.
How dare they?
Right. So Madagascar 2 is 4, Grease 5, Brave is 4.
Out of what?
And then 5.
Oh, the weaklings and their weak rating system.
Right. And then I saw something, right. I thought, oh, Jumanji.
Which one?
The original Jumanji.
Oh, Robin Williams Jumanji.
The 1995 Jumanji.
That's what we like to see.
It's on at 4:55, so 5 to 5 on Channel 5. And I thought, oh yeah. Guess what I rated it out of 5?
What do they give it?
Give it 3 stars.
Oh, it's worth a 5-star. Come on.
Like, bearing in mind, if we changed that to 10 stars, that would be 6. It would be 6 out of 10.
Oh.
And
Well, I think 6. Well, let's think 6 out of 10 is more respectable than 3 out of 5.
It is, but I thought to myself, you know what? No, I can't have Jumanji being that fun. I mean, look at the next page, right? For Shaun the Sheep movie's got 4 stars. Despicable Me's got 4 stars. I'm like, no, I'm not having that.
What the hell's wrong with their rating system?
Yeah, I'm not having that.
What's
that.
What's the TV guide's major malfunction? Why have they got this so wrong?
According to a TV guide, Jumanji is on the same level as Shrek the Third.
Oh, I'm not having that.
So, I am recommending everyone at 5 to 5 on Channel 5 to go watch Jumanji because it's fantastic.
Is this our first public service announcement at The Real Show?
Yeah.
On Siren Radio. You must watch the original Jumanji.
It's fantastic. It's great. I love it.
Is that your weekly rec?
It's my recommendation. It's the original
talk about the film,
Jumanji.
Give a description. Talk about the film. Market this to me.
I mean, like, I'm sure everyone's seen the memes, right? About how everyone's been playing Jumanji, and in the year we should also have Jumanji and blah blah blah, all that stuff, right?
Yeah.
So, if anyone doesn't know Jumanji, it's a bit different to the remakes.
With The Rock, Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
With Dwayne Johnson, Jack Black, Kevin Hart, and the other one I forgot the name of.
Karen Gillan.
Thank you.
Thank you. I will not have you disrespect Karen Gillan, not on this show.
I like her in Doctor Who. I've not seen Jumanji, so I can't comment.
She was good as Nebula in Guardians of the Galaxy. There you go.
But the premise is, right, these 2 kids, I haven't seen this in ages, but we had it on VHS. It's been years since I've seen this. 2 kids find this old, like, board game. I think it's in, like, the walls of a house or something. I think a house is getting demolished or something like that. And board game says Jumanji, and they decide to play it. And basically, it's this board game where you roll a dice, and you get given like 1 to 6, and then the piece moves, and then like every time the piece moves, this like orb in the middle will say something, and something happens in the real world. That's Jumanji, and it involves like rhinos, I think, turn up, monkeys turn up,
rhinos, got
feline lions turn up, and it's basically just creates this like massive mess. In the real world, and like Robin Williams, all I remember is him having long hair and a massive beard.
Yeah,
it's great, and it's just this film about how they basically have to beat Jumanji, the board game.
Yeah, Jumanji the board game.
Everything, and that's it, and it's fantastic. It's brilliant.
I'm sure it is. It's great. It's a real classic, and it's good to watch about Christmas time. It's a feel good. It's a real feel good film.
No, it is. It's a bit, it's a bit of everyone. Everyone needs some comedy now and again, especially this year. And
yeah. Robin Williams is great at that.
Than Rob Williams, fantastic.
He is, really is.
So good.
So that is your weekly rec. What is your real rating for Jumanji?
I am going to give it the rating it deserves. I'm going to give Jumanji an 8.5.
Oh, it's high. It's an 8.5 on the real rating.
Better than that measly 6.
Yeah, better than the measly 6. TV Guide, we don't need that. We don't need them. Don't need it.
TV Guide, no.
Yeah.
Peasants, take that. That's what I say.
Yeah, take that, TV Guide. We're giving out the real ratings here.
Exactly.
Straight from the real guys on Sign Radio at the Real Show. So that is your
sheep hide in Jumanji.
Yeah, that's your real. That is your real rating there for Jumanji for the weekly rec. But to play us out today, what have you got, Corey? What have you got lined up for us?
So, like I've mentioned before numerous times, Christmas time, right? Christmas.
Yeah, Christmas time. Merry Christmas. The time's here. Seasons are coming.
And we started off with a Christmas classic song.
Yeah.
I was racking my head. I thought, okay, what other Christmas classics are there? You got your other old time ones. You got your Jingle Bells.
Yeah.
Rocking Around the Christmas Trees. And I thought, you know what? I'm gonna play, because we like this on the Real Show. We like having a good, a hard rocking song. Eye of a Tiger, No Easy Way Out gets you in the mood, gets you pumped up, right?
Yeah. It does.
You know what? I'm gonna pick the rockiest Christmas song I can think of.
Is it come from a Christmas film?
Which is, you know what? It probably is. I can't think of one, but if it's not, it should be.
Okay.
Because it's the best Christmas song. Didn't get number 1 either. That's also annoying. But I'm picking Don't Let the Bells End by The Darkness.
Right. Okay.
Fantastic Christmas song.
Is this your pick to play us out with?
This is my pick to play us out with.
Okay, great. And it's a festive wish granted for you, Corey, to hear this on the radio today. Giving out Christmas miracles here on the Real Show. This is what we grant. So to play us out, we've got. Is it Never Let the Bells End or Don't Let? It's Don't Let the Bells End.
Don't End.
Don't Let the Bells End by The Darkness. It's 2003 release.
Right.
On the 15th of December, at the UK Christmas time. It's time for Don't Let the Bells End by The Darkness.